Alright, what's going on, dudes? And welcome back to Jerry's Laboratory. It's been a little while since our last experiment in here. Well, this time we'll be experimenting with a new Minecraft snapshot, actually like 3 of them rolled into one video here. So let's get started. So we'll start off here in the arena. I'm a little bit under the weather, you may hear it in my voice, but we won't let that stop us. So new crafting recipe for the shield, new look for the shield, new functionality for the shield, bunch of amazing stuff. So crafting recipe no longer involves wool, this is what it is in the crafting table, and you get the shield out of that with a nice new look to it. It looks far more wooden shieldy. And it comes with the added benefit of you no longer need to add the corresponding wool in the crafting recipe because it's not required. So you can actually combine the basic shield with any type of banner. So we'll go ahead and do that really quickly here, and then boom. You can get yourself an orange shield, a red shield, a blue shield, and you can add any of the banner patterns that you've added there, and then you just remove the banner, and you've got both of them. So now we've got a nice orange shield here. But that's not all. I sound like an infomercial here. If we go ahead and spawn some skeletons over here, for example, and then go on and switch over into survival, then you'll notice when I have the shield equipped with a right click, if the skeleton shoots an arrow at it, it deflects it, which is pretty awesome. And not only does it deflect it, but it'll actually send that arrow back towards the skeleton, and if we line it up properly, then he'll actually take damage in return. So, pretty cool stuff. Now, the shield does take damage from the arrows while this is going on, so eventually it is going to wear down. You can see it in my hotbar there. It's losing its durability pretty quickly, but, you know, pretty effective tool for actually battling against skeletons, which you're going to need now that the AI has actually been changed. So, watch this. I'm going to charge up against a skeleton here, and you'll notice he's backing up. I go against him, he's still backing up. He keeps backing up even further. Makes it a lot harder to hit them when they're backing up on you. Furthermore, they actually have an added randomized strafe from side to side now that makes it even harder once again. So they'll try to strafe away from you. So skeletons have been made a little bit more difficult, and a shield is actually going to be a pretty useful thing in order to advance on them and make your life a little bit easier. To add to that, the sword has had some little rebalances here and there. It'll actually hit a little bit quicker than it used to. I think they're just going to be continuing to tweak this as time goes by before the official 1.9 release. And then the same with axes and that sort of thing. Now, you may have noticed as I've been running around fighting these skeletons, I've been taking a little bit more damage than you might have expected me to, and that's because armor has actually been tweaked, so it's no longer quite as protective as it once was. I think the whole idea is just to make things a little bit more challenging. You know, you have the increased speed and strafing of the skeletons, you've got the shields now that you can play around with as added defensive mechanisms, and so it's just all encouraging you to be a little bit more strategic with your fighting. I'll link a post that Jed made on Reddit in the description where he explains the whole reasoning behind it and the formula that they're now using, if you're interested, but that's that for armor. Alright, so next up on the agenda, let's go fishing. How about for some pigs? Always wanted to go fishing for pigs. That sounds fantastic. Spawn a few and let's go fishing. Alright, looks like I hooked me a big one. Oh, he's trying to get away. He won't get away for long. We can hook him again. We'll bring him even closer. We'll hook him again. Even closer. Hook him again. Man, I just reeled me a big one. Right, so anyway, basically, it's just that fishing rods can now hook entities, even if they're on land, above ground. They're not fish. Well, fish kind of don't actually exist until you hook them and they become an item. So, whatever, technicalities. But, yeah, you can just hook things. Pretty nifty. It's tested on a skeleton. I haven't actually tried this before. Hey, Mr. Skeleton, would you like to be fished? Yes, you would. All right, it's just embedded right in your head. Nice. And it sort of snaps to them, too. If we get far enough away, we can make them go a little bit more over with the pull. Anyway, that's basically that. Fishing rods can now fish entities. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna let the skeleton do a little bit of damage to me here, and then we'll do a little test of the changes to golden apples. So I've got a couple over here in the chest. Let's start off with the regular golden apple, and I might die here because this skeleton is gonna be pretty rude. All right, there we go. So we still have our 2 extra saturation hearts. On top of that, now we've got absorption for a couple of minutes. So there's no regeneration now with the basic golden apple. Both the golden apples were nerfed slightly. I know there have been a few iterations of tweaks around these, but as a whole, they've been slightly nerfed. So that's the changes with the regular golden apple. I'm gonna go ahead and
kill the skeleton over here so that he doesn't kill us first. And then we'll go ahead and test out the notch apples. So let's go ahead and clear our status effects real quick. Boom, grab the notch apple, eat it up, and see what we got there. So with the notch apple, we now have regeneration 2 for 20 seconds. We have absorption 4 for a couple minutes, and then resistance and fire resistance for 5 minutes instead of 8, I believe it was previously. But no longer do we have the uber hyper regeneration that just zooms your bar all the way up to full in like half a second. So a little bit of a nerf there. I know it was nerfed even further initially, but now it's been dialed back to sort of an intermediate point. Again, the idea of making things a little bit more challenging, though I will admit I'm not quite so sure if I would invest 80 ingots of gold into making this without that super duper regen OP power that it had previously, but hey, to each his own, I guess. To each his own. Now next up, we've got just a slight change here, which is if you have a pet now and the pet dies, whether it be to a zombie or to your own blade, you'll get a message in the chat telling you that your pet was slain. It doesn't have to have a name tag on it anymore. If it's your pet, it'll come up in the chat. So poor Wolfie is no more. Rest in pieces. So, yeah. For our next new feature here, we had to jump on the computer in Jerry's laboratory and load up Minecraft, where we're going to create a new world, go into more world options, set it to super flat, and use the new void preset. Go ahead and create the new world with that, and we'll see what happens. Create sort of like a Skyblock-esque kind of world. You start off with this center platform, cobblestone block in the middle, surrounded by a bunch of smooth stone, and then other than that, it's all basically just empty space as far as you can possibly fly and as far as the eye can see. So it gives you an ability to actually pretty easily make a Skyblock style world. So yeah, that's the void preset for you. Last but most certainly not least, I think it's the coolest addition in the last few weeks actually, is skeleton horses now spawn during thunderstorms. And it gets even cooler if we walk up close to him and he has the proper NBT tag, then he does that. Lightning strikes, and then we've got skeleton horse jockeys that will shoot us if we switch on over into... I don't even want to do it because they'll kill us immediately, and then we won't get to witness their majesty. But look at these dudes. Got enchanted bows, enchanted iron helmets, they're riding skeleton horses, and the best part of it is, watch this. Watch this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and try to take out one of the, just the skeletons on top of the horse. All right. And now we have a skeleton horse that we can go ahead and tame. How amazing is this? All right, let's go through the taming process. You want to love me. You want to love me. I know you want to love me. You just totally want to love me. We're going to be the best combo pair that there ever was. God, I want to tame a skeleton horse. It's going to be amazing. Come on. Dude, you totally love me. You totally love me. Come on. Do you love me already? Maybe they don't do hearts. I don't know. I haven't tested this. This is the first time I ran into one of them. It took me like half an hour to find one, even while it was storing. I was like, I'm not going to mess this up. Come on, buddy. Come on. You're good. Are we good? Are we good? You're my buddy. Sweet. All right. Maybe all you have to do is kill the skeleton, then you're good. Sweet. Hey, dude. Let's do this thing. Let's ride the glory. See how big of a jumper you are. Not much, actually. Your stats aren't all that great. Oh well, at least we have a freaking skeleton horse. It doesn't get any better than that. God, it's amazing. So it's basically, there's an attribute of the horse called the skeleton trap, and not all the skeleton horses have it, so we got a little bit lucky there. And if you get close enough, it does the lightning strike, and then it spawns 4 skeleton jockey riders in the immediate vicinity. Again, you can kill one, tame the horse, you'll be good to go, and it's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome. All right, well, I think that about does it. Like I said, save the best for last, of course. So yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, it'd be super cool if you give the video a like. Maybe we could go for 9 likes on this video. That would be pretty freaking narbuckle. That's all for now. You can play the snapshot for yourself if you want, and I'll end it here. I'll see you next time.